Thank you for joining us. I'm Naiba Reynoso. Ahead, a dance recital you don't want to miss. Plus, giving justice-involved youth a fresh start. But first, a former RV encampment in Gardena has been cleared with residents given a fresh chance to start over thanks to the Pathway Home program. Even with the lack of physical security and access to basic amenities, trusting outreach workers and embracing a new unknown isn't easy for those accustomed to just getting by each day. William Escriban is one of those individuals who decided to come indoors. For him and others like him now living in interim housing, finally a place they can call their own. Here's more.
I'm clean. It's so clean and sober, and I'm happy. And I'm just like gonna lay in my bed tonight in my apartment. It's so cool. I have my keys, guys. That's mom. Like, it just feels good to just be like, it's mine. I signed a lease. Like, it's worth it, you know? It really is.
We are housing 20 people today. We are master leasing a building, and we're housing 20 people that came from an encampment. This stabilizes their life. This gives them a fresh start. They're able to have somewhere to call home and focus on making life better for themselves now.
This particular project is housing people from an RV operation in East Gardena.
Morning.
It's just overwhelming. You have a place I can call my own place, you know? Just getting acquainted with the area and looking for work.
Pathway Home essentially is allowing us to really prioritize certain encampments so that we can address specific demographics in specific locations to creating a pathway to permanent housing.
We were one of the first projects in the county of Los Angeles to get started as shipping containers. So it's a brand new concept, brand new project that we really wanted to invest in and see it through fruition.
We are also seeing behind me an event that St. Joseph's, who's the provider for not just the interim housing placement and also did a lot of the work on the outreach side to get these folks in, but they've also pulled together this beautiful meal.
We were able to see this come kind of full circle from the outreach and interactions in the RVs in which they were living to today. I'm pleased deeply to be able to share some time with these residents and see how they're going to transition into this new, really wonderful permanent supportive housing space.
I'm never gonna go back. I'm never going back to that, ever. No. If I go back, it's to help people and get them off, to bring them to like where I'm at and elevate their lives.
Meet Jazania Augustus, a youth who made a misstep and turned his life around thanks to a diversion program and a second chance to chart his success story.
My name is Jazania Augustus, and I successfully went through the diversion program. I was only a sophomore in high school, and I was trying to fit in with the crowd and got caught up. Something that I didn't think would turn my life around, did. I went into a very dark place, and luckily the diversion program was offered up to me, and something that I was very skeptical about turned out to be a really blessing in my life. I thought I was going to go into this place and feel shamed, and that they would bash me, and that I would just feel worse than I came in. But in reality, when I walked in, I felt this presence where it felt like I'm going to be okay from here.
The core goal of the Department of Youth Development is to help every young person in Los Angeles County reach their full potential and be their best selves. We know that when young people have access to culturally appropriate interventions that are designed with them in mind, they reach their best outcomes and they become their best selves. We do that from a few different directions. We can either provide those opportunities to young people living in community through our youth development networks. We also provide diversion, which offers a young person the opportunity to avoid any long-term effects of an incident that they might find themselves involved in through going through a restorative justice practice that could be up to a year and designed to address the trauma that led to the thing that they found themselves engaged in that brought them in contact with law enforcement.
I was in the program for a year. And I was stationed at SEA, Soledad Enrichment Action. We would go to a little meeting, like a therapy circle, where a bunch of other kids in the program would attend. They came with different topics. During the week, our case managers would check in on us to see if we need anything. They were just always there to make sure that we were safe and that we were on the right path.
Everyone should feel the magnitude and like the vibration of how many young people, countless young people, when I think about the 90s, the 80s, the early 2000s, needed this type of department, and that now we've been able to say like, it's here, and we haven't figured everything out, but that we're collectively getting to a place where we feel that this is Youth Justice Reimagined, and it is going to free so many young people, but also support them when they come back to community.
Without the program, I feel as if my life would be not what it is today. I know I'm not a perfect human being. I still make a lot of mistakes, but looking at myself now, I'm more independent. I'm more straightforward on my actions. I feel a lot better in myself. I feel confident in myself, a lot more than I once was. I've learned to love myself better. I've learned to take accountability for my actions. I'm older now, and I have to learn to take responsibility, and that's exactly what the program helped me do.
It was a summit of opportunity for youth cleaning up checkered pasts and looking ahead to bright futures. Take a look.
Our land of neglected addiction, our land of suffering mental health, our land of youth homelessness, our land of rampant gang violence, our land that few pushed to revive, is now uplifted by the rise of a movement for and by us, youth. Budding motivation, sprouting budgets. It is a healing generation ready for more. Thank you.
Today we're having our Teen Summit where we're inviting young people to come out and just join together and do some shared learning. We have a series of panels where we will have young people on a panel describing, what they see for youth justice. So we're just having everybody to come out, join together. We have a resource fair where we're giving important information to young people about resources available to them.
We could honestly learn so much from a youth, and some people don't even realize it. And I don't know why we've come to this false conclusion that the older you are, the more you know, or the wiser you are. But like I said, we can learn so much from the youth.
We know it is a game changer when people are getting the support and the help that they need. And oftentimes our young people can come into these programs not from the best of circumstances, but our goal is to make sure that when they leave their participation, they are better supported, better cared for, better resourced with all of the structure and support that they need to survive and thrive in Los Angeles County.
I think the best takeaway that youth can walk away with today is that they belong here and there's a space for them. So show up and support, be here, you belong.
12-year-old Alexis Vivero survived a cardiac event thanks to aid provided by first responders. His way of saying thanks? A dance recital. Take a look.
We go on thousands of calls every year, and I've never been a part of being involved in patient care, transporting to the hospital, and then being able to come see a young student come back and dance and put on a performance for everybody. So it was really cool.
The day that the incident happened, I wasn't able to remember anything that happened before or after it.
When I arrived, I saw Alexis on the ground, and I saw a nurse already performing CPR on Alexis. When I got closer, I got out of the car. He was unresponsive. It looked like he needed serious medical attention. So at that point, delivered the shock, and then that's when I began CPR.
I'm just thankful that they took their time out to come see me perform. I want to give them a really big thank you that they really came quick and responded to the incident that happened here. And they really saved a life. And without them, I wouldn't be here till this day.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on LA County Close Up.